straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy. I get 80 a show. Save my money, stack it up.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Tennessee Titans. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready. Check. Watch 54. Don't get nervous.
A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And Falcons fans everywhere excited that Devontae Freeman is back on the field wearing number 24 in the red and black. Remember, he went down in Week 2 in 2018 with an injury and didn't return. They're hoping to see the form that led him to 1,000-yard seasons in 2015 and 2016.
Freeman again, a first down carry. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Switch. Bang.
Here's the second year back from Southern Miss, Ito Smith. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop.
It's now 3rd and 4.
Ready. Mike 25. Check 55. Mike. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
59, ready. 280.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Check hot route. Check. Let's go.
Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
25. Ain't no such thing as a loss.
They'll run on first down. It's Freeman. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Down, ready. Back 25.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Check. Check.
51. Sub. 85.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while, but when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
Bryant now, after hitting the field goal, gets set to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Slam, slam, slam.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Jim. Check 24. Check 24. Cross.
To throw Mariota. Now he'll escape to his left. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Five men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the 1st down in the process.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. The blitz coming, and down he goes. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the 1st quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement, because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screen.
Trying to force it to his tight end, Walker, and it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. But what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Jarrell Casey with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
At the 39
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Watch twitch.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Ryan trying to lay one up deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
He was covered by Malcolm Butler.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
'54, test. 55, my God, 55.
I got him.
3rd and long. It's Ryan. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on the punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail 3-0 after the INT last time led to a field goal, but now another fresh start here, 1st and 10. And now a carry here for Orleans Darkwa. And a productive gain out to the 14 after starting at the 7. It's a gain of 7.
From this vantage point, that seems like a pretty dangerous call, running a toss that close to your own goal line. I think what they were hoping is that they were going to get some pressure from the defensive front and maybe beat them to the corner and then turn upfield with a lot of yardage to run.
On the run, Darkwa. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
A 1st down carry for Henry. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
2nd and 10 at the 18-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll try to throw now. Mariota. Big hold of the 30. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
36. You got tape. You got
From the gun, Mariota. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Check, check. Check, check. All right, 25 tonight.
Ryan. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Well, one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Ryan. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And Freeman lost the football. And that might be Titan football. It is.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Second and 8 at the 39-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Watch twist. Watch the twist. Check, check, check.
Now Mariota going up top. This is caught inside the 15. A big play that time for the Titans. And even 50 yards for an offense that has not found the end zone yet. That's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mariota hands to Henry. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. On 2nd and 9, Mariota. This is caught. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Jonnu Smith, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans have taken the lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, get up.
On third down, Ryan. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Jarrell Casey able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. Here's Matt Bosher now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken in at the 22. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. It's a big run there by Henry. 57 yards on the ground.
First down, Titans.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score.
Let's go!
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Call it a loss of 6 on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now on 2nd and 16, Mariota. Open space inside the 10. This will be caught inside the 10. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
From deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Off the play, fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Over the middle, complete. That's Jones. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 32 that time.
They've done an excellent job blanketing Julio Jones here in the first half. That's just his second catch. So as they head into halftime, the Falcons have to ask this question of themselves. How do we get the ball to number 11?
Here's Ryan to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Again, Ryan. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, second and 10. Throwing again. Ryan, he's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley. Third down here.
Third down and 10.
Ready, I'm 25.
55. All right, D, let's go. All right, D.
Hey, express.
55, Mike 55.
You ain't got nothing. Ready to go.
Ryan will throw again. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 7-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Rabbit. Check 3.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Mariota now. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Smith. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? They're working out of the gun. Mariota. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it. Somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 14 yards there on a Falcon first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. The pass from Ryan complete to Freeman. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be a 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put...
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Let's go. Pick it up, kid. Hey, check. Check. 59.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 23-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Play fake to Henry. Now Mariota. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there, but it's going to be second down.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
He's got the first down inside the 10, and he's hauled away down to the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's second and goal.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
From the 2 now, second and goal. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
They come out here in the eye. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to fourth down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
The kick by Bryant is good, and that will cut the lead down to just 2. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, it totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Henry relishing the chance to be the Titans' lead dog. He's in the backfield again on 1st and 10.
Back. Hey, watch it. Pick that. Three. Check 1-3. One. We got double.
Off play action to Henry. Here's Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vic Beasley making it look easy, cruising in for the sack. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Mariota to throw it. He's going to look deep down the field. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. It was Ricardo Allen there on the coverage.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
59 mark, 59 mark. Check, 59.
Now Mariota. He finds Humphreys. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 34-yard line.
24-yard gain on the play.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Darkwa. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Touchdown, Titans. Orleans Darkwa, his first touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. With that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
that.
Toe bashed it. Super toe.
Matt Ryan trying to lead the Falcons from behind. Last year in 16 starts, just one fourth-quarter comeback for the QB. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down. Ryan now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. He's going to fire one deep over, and this will be caught at the 30. Give him 32 on the play. Hey, you're at the point in the game right now where you got to start taking some chances, and that chance paid off.
And it's a good idea to be that aggressive because, truthfully, the defensive guys, they're just playing not to make a mistake. That often means you can make a big play against them.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
Throwing is Mariota. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
On 1st down, Henry pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Mike,
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Check 24.
Mariota. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 37.
A gain of 15.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the 1st down run. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 30-yard line.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Check 9.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game.
2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Let's go, defense. And here we go.
Hey, check Mike.
Mariota. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Derrick Henry, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. And now Mariota and the Titan offense, they're going to line up to go for two. They'll try and run it in with Henry. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Complete over the middle to Hardy. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now it's Ryan. And his throw here's incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
The Falcons on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Throwing again, Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Jarrell Casey able to record his 5th sack of the season. To throw is Ryan. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run with Darkwan. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory, and they were spurred on by a strong